Yeah, I had just Cameron Weather 23-yard touchdown on my numbers here, and then I get to put down 23-yard score for Grant Hayfley.
There you go. There you go. 60 up here. To our 6 points we had before. It's 12-0. 2-point conversion pending. Marysville went 2 for 2 on their 2-point conversions a week ago. Willem caught under center. Hands it off to Cam Weather. So he got in. Hiawatha's.
When you're a producer, you gotta keep growing and keep the machinery in gear. You can't have a lot of downtime while you're waiting for parts or repairs, no matter what the equipment is. If your machinery is holding you back, talk to us. We can offer you loan options that make sense for your ag business and get you back in gear. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We just make.
Harvest is in full swing. The pressure's on. Every minute counts. Can you afford to wait for fuel? Kramer Oil understands the urgency of harvest. That's why we offer same-day fuel delivery. Our dedicated team is ready to refuel your operation when and where you need it most. From E10 to premium diesel, we've got you covered. Kramer Oil. Call 785-562-2466 to schedule your delivery today. That's 785-562-2466.
Their scores as Marysville goes on top, just underway. Note 11:35 on the clock. They scored on that first play right after the quarter began, so it would have been 11:50. That clock still rolling as we went ahead in conversion, which was not successful. Missed on a couple of deuces now tonight.
You're up 12-0. The clock running is a beautiful thing. Over at the 15, running straight ahead. Marysville's first inside the B at the 29-yard line of Hiawatha. First and 10.
Michael Jensen running to the near side. Last time they did a little reverse handoff. This time nothing fancy. Pretty good return for the return.
Brody Lawrence on the tackle. First guy who got in, they call him the Bullet or the Jet. He disrupted the running return for Benson, or is that what you said, Morton? Morton?
17, yeah.
17. Michael Jensen, got it. Here's your first play, dive up the middle for a pretty good gain, 6-yard gain. Number 8, Josh Monaghan.
Monaghan was just being pulled back tonight. They had early indication he'd probably be the workhorse, but would see a large sporting cast, and that's been accurate as well. Getting a big first down pickup here, going to be a boost for this Hiawatha team, trying to get their wits about them on the road tonight.
Yeah, Ethan Morton comes in for Josh Monaghan. He gets a big gain and gets sent to the sideline. 2nd and 4. Dive again. Going to be a different back. I'm not sure who. Gain, no gain. Kind of the officials are communicating. I'm not sure what they're trying to communicate. Well, they called Josh Monaghan, but he was off. He was not even on the field, so it couldn't have been him.
Boy, it looks great. Right? It's off. It was a little bit warmer today than last week, but no wind. Clear sky overhead.
Here's your 3rd down play. It's a big one. Option away. Penetration in the back forces the quarterback to pitch it early, but number 5 for Hiawatha takes off. That's Connor Kettler. Gets the edge for a big game.
Yeah, Kettler got you going, and it was one of the well-timed far side. Kettler, once he was off and running, was able to outdistance an opponent or two, and he brings it out 45. Let's call it first at the 46.
I believe that was Carter Wassenberg in the backfield blowing that play up. It also could have been Angel Rivera. Marysville nearly had the quarterback in the backfield. 1st and 10, Hiawatha. Nearing midfield. There's a pass midfield.
Connor Kettler again. He's He's into Bulldog territory this time. It's another first down.
11-yard gain for a first down.
And when it's not for the Bulldogs, Red Hawks, though, making as much noise as they have all night long here on this second quarter.
Yeah, it's almost like a new team looking at these.
Well, they're under a first-year coach, so it's a new routine. They're on the road tonight, and it's early in the season.
They change out so much, they're going to be a little more fresh than Marysville's team. 1st and 10. Dive up the middle. Gets to the second level. He's going to be near a first down. I believe that one's going to be Josh Monaghan.
Yeah, it's Monaghan. He's able to pick up the first down.
He does, doesn't he? Yep. Right at the chain. Give him 10 yards.
Hey, I don't know. Now we may have to measure where they had moved a little further on the other side with the marker. Nope, not quite enough, I guess. Or his coach coming out. He wants to talk.
Our judge is saying move the chains. It's first down. I agree with him. Let's just do it.
Coach was just determined. He said, we're going to go out there and get that down and keep this drive alive.
1st and 10 Hiawatha. This is their best drive by far. Only one first down prior to this drive that I can think of. That drive ended with a 3 and out. Excuse me, with turnover on down. 1st and 10. Braden Newell under center. Pitches the ball. Penetration in the back with the running back facing in at the 29-yard line. He's brought down right there after a 4-yard. Thank you. Stephen Morton, the runner, after a 5-yard gain.
Those are stopping Morton there. 12-0 Marysville, rolling past 8 minutes and counting here in the first half.
Both offenses are really similar. Option both directions, quarterback under center. It's not something you commonly see by other teams. At our direction, looks downfield, rolls it out, thrown deep, and barely broken up. An excellent play there. Was that Keegan Waters?
Carson Henry was the intended receiver. I was watching that.
I'm pretty sure that, yep, Keegan Waters breaking that up. Excellent play at the last second, knocks it right out of Carson Henry's hands.
New Blue.
Quarterback, Braden Newell, he knew he was going to take a shot also, but he hung in there at his feet and made an excellent throw for Carson Henry.
He did. He put it over Waters, and he almost...
Ground. It's either Marysville on it. They're going to keep going. 4th down. Braden Newell was the only one I think that could have got on that ball, and sure enough, he did. Bruce, you mentioned it earlier. This is a freshman center, and I think they've had some issues.
You know, we've seen some challenge. There's no doubt about it. Anchoring the line is tough. I don't care how good you come in with athletic ability, just that level of experience can make a world of difference.
The center is guaranteed ball every time. You've got to have a good one. 4th and 4. There's the first stop. Hiawatha going for it. Inside the Marysville 30. Timeout, Hiawatha. We'll take it along with them. 12-0, Marysville.
Let's go. Best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you'll find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven on Honeyman before? Lately.
When you start a plumbing or electrical project, make sure that you have what you need to get the job done. If you don't have everything you need, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber can help. stocking a full line of electrical wiring, switches, boxes, and everything to the fixtures and even light bulbs. For that plumbing task, there's pipes, connectors and joints, faucets, toilets, and accessories. From an installation or remodel to a simple repair, get the plumbing and electrical supplies you need at one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Welcome back to the stadium. Beaver chip. Down. Let's see what's officially said.
At Carson Henry over here at the 22-yard line, and they're moving things. Going for the 40. For what we was told was primarily a running game.
There was a discussion between two officials. One of them said it hit the ground. The other one said no. It's I know Coach here was pointing at the other official. He's saying it hit the ground. But either way, first and 10 Hiawatha. 5 up the middle.
On again.
Brought down after the gain of 4. 6 coming up. 4th down conversion there on the last play by Hiawatha. Down 12. 6.5 minutes to go until halftime. Marysville last year went to Hiawatha and beat them, I believe it was 28-0.
Seniors, a pair of juniors, and a freshman at center on that offensive line for the Red Hawks.
Here's your 2nd down and 6 play. Newell gets under center. Fakes the dive up the middle. I believe he tried to fumble him, but either way, it's not going for much. Maybe 1 yard.
Much, if any. They've got pretty good size on the line, and I came off of Central last week. They didn't even have weights listed on the roster, but judging by what we could see, they were not a big team up front. You get the likes of Wamego, Rock Creek, even an Abilene, they're going to come in with some big bullies up the middle. So getting some size as your opponent tonight on the line, they're going in at 245, 240, 293 up in hard position, then 227 and 185. So there's some ball.
There is, you're right. They are bigger boys. Quick pitch, heading away. There's a hold on the end, and it does get called.
Ethan Morton going on the far side. He had a lot of time to run, and he took full advantage of it. But it's the yellow flag that's going to make the difference.
Carson Henry, I can't see. Maybe number 7 for Marysville. Oh, Eli Sologic, they were fighting on the edge over there, and I think Eli would have brought him down and got the running back down in the backfield if it had not been for Carson Henry holding on to him. The officials saw that. They're meeting to discuss it. I'm not sure what there is to discuss. It was very blatantly a holding. And there's the call.
Now, just a while, the official signature on paperwork there.
Holding Hiawatha, spot penalty. Looks like they're calling it near the 20. That's going to move all the way back to the 50 for a loss.
Hiawatha tonight for a team under a first-year coach with a lot of players in and out. I guess I'm pleasantly surprised from their standpoint.
You're exactly right. There haven't been as many flags their direction. Definitely one there. I'm not sure what the confusion is here, though.
Well, that's the start. 5:20 remains first half.
Coach Trimble not happy with the officiating crew right now. That is supposed to be a spot foul. He did not want to count a spot foul. I thought Trimble was going to take a timeout just to communicate with the white hat there, but he didn't. 3rd and long. Option our way. Switches early. Gets back up to the original line of scrimmage for a gain of at least 5. We'll see where the official spot is.
And Settler coming near his side. I think they're going to give him about 5 yards by Moser.
4th down, Hiawatha. Last Hiawatha was 1st and 4. They threw a pass. 5 yards. See what they have drawn up. Down play. 0. 10 play. Throwing deep downfield. Marysville intercepts it. It's Otop. He's looking to return, but he brought down really well inside his own 20. First down, Bulldog.
Will, oh, I saw a black jersey in the way. I was going to say way overthrown into the end zone. Nice release by Newell. Willow Tot had seen it coming and takes advantage and brings it out. Bulldog possession.
A great read there by Otot. Usually you like to see free safety knock that to the ground so you can take over 1st and 10 from where the old line of scrimmage was. But he tried some shot in front of him. He might have been going to 100-yard return. Either way, first down Marysville. So, Keegan Waters, only going to gain a few yards. He ran about 30 yards for those 3.
Waters, I'm sorry.
Keegan Waters, he was really frustrated when he got brought down. He's coming out now. He knew that if he could beat one more guy, he may have been off to the race. 2nd and 7 after that 3-yard gain. Todd under man in motion. Follows him. Dive up the middle. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. That's 3 or 4 more. He's getting 4 yards.
Yards, too.
Todd is not a small man. You look at the skill positions for Hiawatha, they're 151 pounds, 155 pounds, 180, 180. Well, Will Otot is 190. And they didn't exaggerate on the stat sheet for Will. He's bigger than your average skill position player for high school. Some confusion in the backfield for Marysville. Will smartly just gets anything he can out of it, but now it's going to be 4th and 1.
Got lucky to hang on and gain forward progress.
We talked about the injury to Dakota Slupianic, so we don't have Dakota starting tonight. Well, there was clearly some disruption into the double fake that was supposed to happen on that play. So instead of faking the handoff twice, who knows what the play was supposed to happen, there was a collision in the backfield. Will smartly made 2 yards out of it. 4th and 1, Marysville's going to go for it. Or at least they're out there lined up like they're going to. 5, 4, 3 on the play clock. He does get the snap. He sneaked forward. I'm not sure if he got enough. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Now that's the old.
He's confident. He said he did it. He drives all the way up to the 30 from the those deep piles where those officials are going to stop. That one made me a little nervous, but Bruce knew right away.
Well, he went down low. And he just kind of knifed into the opposition.
Great 4th down pick there for the Bulldogs, already on top, 12-0. Pass, caught by Cameron Weather. Oh, he did not get brought down right away, but he got out of bounds.
He was slowed down, went to the sideline, and there at the 35 line is where he fought. He into the turret. Still a beautiful pass play. Kind of went over the top.
6-yard gain. Otot to Weather. If he hadn't touched that boundary line, he thought he was still going. The official blew his whistle and said, no, he stepped on the line.
Minute 51 left before the half. Bulldogs got 60, 65 yards to march downfield.
They're going to have to hustle up. They're not a fast-moving offense. Option this way. Cameron's got the ball again. He needs to get to the sideline. And he does. Right at midfield.
Weather eluded a tackle there at the 40. They went down around the ankles and made a diving effort. Cameron Weather, once he pulled his leg loose, he kept turning, and he's past midfield.
Yeah, right there. Give him a 14-yard gain right at midfield. Yep. Those are the ball is nearly right on that 50-yard line. First down, getting out of bounds. Stop. 1:42 to go. Marysville up 12-0 over Hiawatha. Like I said, we drove to Hiawatha a year ago, beat them 28-0.
One of 3 wins for Marysville last year.
Looking for their second here tonight. Man in motion is Nate Shoddy. He turns it up the middle. Going to get 4 yards. Unfortunately, Nate needs to get the edge there, and he needs to run that all the way to the boundary. Instead, Marysville is going to have to come in. We're going to take it along with them. We'll be right back. 12-0 Marysville.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. you can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need. Croc Family Insurance is here to help you find the right insurance products to protect what matters most to you. As an independent agency, they represent over 80 companies that allow options for the right products at the right cost. See Brian Croc today for home, auto, commercial coverage, and more. Call or stop by at 1119 Broadway, just west of the courthouse in Marysville. Find them online at crocfamilyinsurance.com. For complete coverage and a competitive quote, reach out to Croc Family Insurance in Marysville.
Live home and away coverage on air online on our mobile app, a service of our KDY Sports Club members. That includes Croc Family Insurance. Glad to have Brian helping us out this year. Beautiful night for high school football. We'll be back here a week from tonight as Walnego comes to town 2 weeks from tonight. Cody is in for a homecoming tilt.
Haggard coming into the broadcast over here. These are the eyes in the sky. Oh, Marysville puts the ball on the ground, and Hiawatha recovers. It was second and was driving, instead confusion there with the snap. Ball goes on the ground. 1st and 10 Hiawatha. They have 1 minute and 26 seconds to put together a drive of their own to pull within one score.
First Bulldog turnover here tonight. Fumble for Marysville at midfield. Pair of turnovers for Hiawatha. Fumble on their second play from scrimmage. Interception not far back. Leaves a lot of field for Hiawatha to cover, but they'd like to add a score before intermission, I'm sure.
Yes, they would. I'm not sure. Oh, Bull's out on the field arguing something again.
Oh, boy, isn't he?
Yep.
He made it.
Well, he has not been happy with this officiating crew tonight. And there has been confusion as to two officials calling different things and them just going with one of them instead of getting together. I understand his frustration completely. They're still trying to figure out. Trimble's very animated. I think there was an issue there with what was supposed to happen. The clock's not moving. The play clocks aren't moving. Hiawatha decides to huddle back up as the referees are going to actually get together and communicate through this.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to guess on it. We don't need wait till they sort it out. But yep, should they fumble a turnover for the Bulldogs. But pretty solid here tonight. I won't spin a game without its twists and turns and a few mistakes along the way. So, I mean, I think these two teams are probably going to be, I won't say even up every night out, but they're probably good competitors.
Yeah, Hiawatha, you said they lost a week ago to Royal Valley.
Yeah, they've reshuffled the league over there. What was the Big Seven? Now it's the Mid-East League.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even give the whole list. They were two rivals, not too far down the road from each other. Met a year ago at 14-15 Hiawatha. This year was 18-14, I think. Royal Valley win last week. Dropped the opener. Marysville with that win at Nemaha Central, undefeated coming in tonight. And we still don't have a decision on the field. They've taken a conversation over to the Hiawatha sideline.
Are they moving the chains to reset them for Marysville? I think they are. It's going to be maybe the official coming in over the PA system. I'm not sure, but I believe they're going to give this ball back to Marysville.
Interesting. Two officials are going to come back over to visit with the Marysville coaching staff.
Like I said, Trimble was out on the field furious. Now it's the opposing coach, Hiawatha's coach, is just absolutely livid with white hat.
I don't think there's going to be a resolution that's going to
make everybody happy. Yeah.
No. And that happens.
Marysville's defense is still out on the field, but the chains have reset to set down Marysville.
What was a pretty quick progression here tonight is now stalled out just before halftime. 26 remains, Marysville 12, and Hiawatha nothing. Of course, we've got all our scores and updates on the Mural Insurance Scoreboard Show for you tonight. Game nights on KDY, White Peak Tower, and of course twice Saturdays during our 7 a.m. news block. All right,
here comes Marysville's offense.
They have met at center field. They have reset the chains on the far side, and we are going to reestablish a running game right to left, huh?
I'll take it. I'm not sure what was said, or I honestly didn't catch anything of what it might have happened, but we thought Will Otop fumbled. Not even sure if apparently that play just never happened because it was second down before.
Yeah, and it wasn't a situation where he was down because it was further downfield, if that were the call.
Yeah. Kansas City Royals are on State on top 14-7, just intercepted Arizona. Blown play for Marysville. This time Will didn't put it on the floor, but he's not going to gain any yards, and the clock's going to keep on ticking. Not sure what happened.
You know, and what's going through my mind, you went through all of that effort to get the ball back. Now you've got to make something of it, and that's the way you wanted to start.
Yep. I'm out on the field. We're going to take it along with. We're going to keep it here. Never mind. KU on top of UNLV 17-13. If you're recording these games, I apologize, but you're listening to sports, so we're going to give you sports. 3rd and 4 after this timeout. Marysville takes this timeout to avoid the clock milking away anymore. Marysville in Hiawatha side of the field, 12-0.
Yeah, you know, you're on 3rd down, so you've got some work to do anyway. You slice it without a lot of time left. Got a 2-score lead. Obviously, you'd like to stretch that out, but I think you can probably go to your locker room and look ahead to the second half and still feel pretty good about this start here tonight.
Jason and I used to have this conversation all the time, Bruce. We are in the days where we used to take a knee before halftime. These kids nowadays, they don't take a knee before halftime. You will always see plays for the end zone. Jason and I were with, we believed in that exact same thing. But instead, Marysville, I bet, tries to put a drive together here. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Still officiating issues.
Yep, Tony's going to have a chat with them again. Here's your commentary, though. When the Bulldogs gathered on the near sideline, I don't know what kind of a screw they've got on the side of their helmets, but it really just shines, glitters, so to speak. The lights here, kind of special to see that little moment. You know, we're a little thin in the ranks here tonight. I think there might be some down at Bill Snyder Stadium. I know there was quite a few folks heading down. I'm sure they're listening in on the stream tonight, and we appreciate that.
All right, here we go. We're going to get a 3rd down play, I bet. 3rd and almost 5. 1:09 to go until halftime. We are not going to get a 3rd down play because there was false start or illegal procedure by Marysville.
So we had like a minute and a half on the clock, and it's taken 15 minutes to roll off a half a minute.
Still 3rd down, except make it 3rd and 9.
5th penalty against the Bulldogs here tonight by my count.
Like you said, Bruce, when do you think about taking a knee? Back in the day, we always did. I bet this is the pass play. Actually, load in. Right here in front of us. Here's your 3rd down play. It is a pass. Will Otop rolling our direction. Oh, shit. That was not Will. That was Keegan Waters.
Boom, on a big hit there. How about Josh Monahan, 180-pound senior? Keegan Waters.
4th and long coming up. Timeout.
Keep it.
Probably Hiawatha. We'll keep it right here.
Minute 4 remains. Again, week 2 of the season. An early season call. Wamego comes in as we have the North Central Kansas League play next week. Several of the league schools, I think, won with common opponents tonight. An interesting start for the North Central Kansas League and some of the teams they're playing. So Bishop Ward, one of the opponents last week. There was another 1 or 2 this week that looked a little different. Of course, Marysville reignited a series with Nemaha Hall Central that will at least be a year or 2 out, I'm sure. And year to year, you go with different district alignments. Then you also add a new team to the North Central Kansas League this year in Rock Creek. It's to be interesting for the spelling crew.
Absolutely. Looks like a punt team coming out from Marysville. 4th and 14.
So all of that, and we're going to punt the ball away.
1 minute and 4 seconds until halftime. Hiawatha looking to get the ball. get on the scoreboard. They're down 12-0. 20 rolls back to the 23 where Marysville touches it. Down Hiawatha. They've got 76 yards to go in 57 seconds.
And all that series of discussions back and forth, meetings in the middle, and change in the routine not happened, we'd be starting the second.
Yeah, you're right. That was 10 minutes ago that we were at 109.
Literally.
And the sad thing is we didn't get to watch football. It was just arguing between the old guys that are here. And this play's not going to happen either. Looked like some sort of reverse that Hiawatha was going to run. Newell was under center, picking the ball off to an end around. Not sure what they even blew it dead for.
Clock never got in motion. Clock never got.
Oh, ball was never. They weren't allowed to snap yet. They got to wait for the whistle. The official has to give them the go ahead. Not sure what the official was waiting for. Got to wait for it again. 3. Run up the middle. Gets past a 30 for a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Even more than the ball carrier. He catches a couple touches here tonight. Yeah, I
did think I saw a flag. They right at the goal, which is usually a face mask. Let's see what the people say. Face mask. Not sure why someone other than the white hat would call that, but it was. So add 15 yards onto that, which makes it a little more interesting. 52 seconds to go, just a 5-yard variation. So there's 2 different types. There's the personal foul where you bring him down, and then there's the 5-yard type. Yeah, you're right.
You flagged on the Bulldogs.
You're exactly right. Oh, ball was on the ground again. I believe Marysville got them. Yeah, I see Marysville jump on it. He did. First down, Marysville. 47 seconds to go. Marysville takes over at the Hiawatha 35.
Another fumble, another turnover, 3rd turnover tonight for the Red Hawks. Well, I guess you gained yards. Still got a world cup.
Still at time. This clock has not moved in the last 22 seconds of game time. We've witnessed 13 or 14 real human minutes milk away. First down. Make the dive up the middle. Pitch to Weather on the end. He does not get the end. He loses yards.
Josh Monaghan. Called him before. He's a senior starter, both sides of the ball. Monaghan right there. Stopped him for a short loss.
Marysville quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Will in shotgun. It's rare. Means he's fast, and he does. Rolls out away. Throws it short. It's going to be a short gain. He was tackled right away by Connor Chetler.
It was Brody Lawrence on the far side. The pass came a little bit short, so he had to come into the pass.
6.7 seconds remaining. Marysville decides to spike the ball. They're going to take one shot at the end zone. Marysville up 12-0. 4th and 10 after the short gain.
Pausing the action, I said, we don't have the usual contingent down below, but Hiawatha traveled well tonight.
Yeah, you're right. They have about as many fans as they do. Because they're all at home listening to us, right?
I hope.
Yeah. Marysville, with their last chance to add to the lead. Willow top rolls out. He's got the field. Short pass to Weather. Weather starts running without catching the ball, incomplete. We're going to head into halftime. Marysville 12, Hiawatha 0. We'll be right back.
Have you ever thought about the impact your broadband provider has on our children's educational experience? In today's world, our schools and students rely on broadband internet more than ever for teaching, for interacting, bring outside expertise into our small schools, and to open up our students' worlds. At Blue Valley Technologies, we believe our students deserve all of the resources in the world, one of the many reasons why we stand by in building robust fiber networks. We wish all of the students, families, and educators we serve a successful school year. We are proud to keep you connected.
You've depended on KNDY Radio to get all your local news, weather, and sports updates. Now you can depend on KNDYradio.com as well, where you can find everything you've heard, missed, and more. Let KNDY keep you informed when severe weather strikes, and listen to your area high school football and basketball broadcasts even if you're miles away from home with our Listen Live feature. You can also look to KNDYradio.com for school closings when the weather's rough. Make KNDYradio.com your number one source for everything local and so much more.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Chris Gierking, Brian Crock from Homer Hanson Stadium at Landau Memorial Field in the newly renovated. I love the job. Inline Construction was their lead contractor on this. The school district did a great job. They didn't get in a hurry when they did the stadium project, and it jumped the gun. Bigger ambition of the Springboks facility. We were a part of that conversation, but I really like the common sense approach. They used structure. They were told the structure is in great shape. It's been up here atop the stadium for many, many years, but we took the inside and brought it up to 2024 standards. The Marysville dance team, this is the second year, I believe, my dance team performing center field here at halftime. And Marysville goes to the locker room with a 12-0 lead. Oh, my goodness, those waning minutes of the first half.
Yeah, we were pulling out our hair in here waiting for something to happen, but we never got anything to actually go. Either way, Marysville heads into halftime 12-0. Did they want to add some points on the board? Yes. Did some crazy stuff happen? Turnover, maybe. There were like 3 turnovers that actually happened, but only 2 of them counted. And in the end, points were scored. But Marysville, once again, their defense needs to be what carries them, right?
Situation the last week. It was that great. Marysville score on that last week. We're on the first possession there. Same time, play off of the football. Marysville gets that early score for the 6-0 lead. Second score just the second quarter unfolded. We weren't able to get the conversion on either one. Be my takeaway of the first half is these really fast against Marysville. I don't want them not so much. Missed opportunities, we're not going to name it, but probably some opportunities both sides of the ball. And you're in a 12-0 ball game, but it could look up front.
Yeah, Marysville, I feel, is a better ball team. Maybe not taking advantage of some opportunities, but the defense is keeping them on top on the scoreboard.
Without a doubt. Well, I'm out of rotation here tonight. I think we're in Tommy Trimble here on the halftime show. We didn't catch him on pregame.
Nice.
But short break. I'll come back and recap scoring if we will, and we'll continue our halftime conversation. Marysville High Bulldog marching band takes center field at Bulldog Stadium here tonight on a Friday night.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Ag Buildings provides safe storage and working space for farm shops and machinery. Inline Construction offers wood or steel frame ag buildings, complete and finished to your specifications. Call today for a quote and let them get started. For ag buildings, demolition, concrete, and construction work, count on Inline Construction. Find them and see their recent projects on their Facebook page.
With new and expanding inventory and a great selection, Crownover Auto Sales in Marysville is here to serve you. This is Andrew Crownover. We believe in a handshake deal you can trust and the service to back it up. Check out everything on our lot located across from Valley Vet Supply, East Highway 36 in Marysville. Or talk with Ethan or myself about special ordering your next ride. Find us online at crownoverautosales.com. Friendly service and an honest car buying experience. That's Crownover Auto Sales in Marysville.
On air, online, and on our mobile app. Marysville leading Hiawatha. Home opener for the Marysville Bulldogs this season. Marysville leading by a 12-0 count. Scoring first with 4:16 played in the opening quarter. 17-yard touchdown pass from Willow to Keegan Waters. Not able to get to two-point conversion at 6-0 Marysville. Scoring again as the second quarter unfolded. A 21-yard carry by Grant Keepley. They were short on the conversion again. Lead 12-0 as we take it to intermission. Marysville leading Hiawatha. Bulldogs 1-0 on the season. Hiawatha 0-1. It is second game of the full season for these two teams here tonight.
Welcome to the Marysville Bulldogs pregame coaches interview with head coach Tony Trimble. Coach, that 16-8 win over two-time defending 3A state champion Nemaha Central last Friday night really gave your team a confidence boost, hopefully going into this game versus Hiawatha. First off, how did you come away victorious in last week's game?
Well, I think the big key for us was our defense. You know, we talked last week about our kids approaching this game and not being intimidated by Nemaha's tradition of success in the recent years. And I felt really good about the way our kids approached that. They weren't intimidated. They knew the other team was going to make plays and things were going to be up and down throughout the night. And they responded to every situation in a great way. And like I said, our defense definitely deserves the game ball this week.
A big win for your team right off the bat, no doubt about that one. But as you get ready for week 2 and as you attacked practice this week, how did you keep that fire lit under your team?
Well, I told the kids multiple times, when things are going well, we're going to be up for as coaches on them. We're going to nitpick all the little details we got to continue to improve on and focus on those things. And that just kind of helps keep us even-keeled, keeps our heads about us, and allows us to focus on mostly improving our craft and not focus on so much the team across from us.
Every team always looks to get better week by week. So what's been the focus this week in practice?
Obviously, we got to prepare for what Hiawatha does offensively and defensively, but it's always kind of been my philosophy as a coach. We focus on us, make sure that we're getting better, doing things that we need to do to improve as a team. I really feel like that my biggest concern this week is, how we're going to respond after a big win. Mm-hmm. We don't want to have a letdown at practice. We don't want to have that so-called hangover effect. We want to keep working to get better. We know that, like you said, it is a long season. And after watching the films, our kids realize that there's a lot of things that we can improve on that can make us even a much better football team than we were Friday night.
And as you look at this Red Hawks team coming in this evening, Coach, you guys victorious over them the last 2 years. What are they going to present to you tonight that you're going to have to be prepared for?
Well, they get a new coach this year, and so they're actually running a flexbone offense similar to what we run. They're in the learning processes of it with the new coach. Obviously, anytime you get a new coach, there's some growing pains. They got some big kids up front. They got a couple fast kids in the backfield, so they have some potential to be a team that could have some explosive plays. And our defense has to step up again this week, just like they did last week. And I think the key to our defense last week was just the way that everybody pursued the football and was just hungry to get in on a tackle. And as long as we keep that, I think we'll be pretty effective on defense for most of the year.
This has been the KNDY pregame coaches interview with head coach of the Marysville Bulldogs, Tony Trimble. Don't touch that dial as Marysville and Hiawatha get ready to battle coming up on KNDY.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Freeze CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Freeze, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Freeze CPA, downtown Marysville.
At Alliance Insurance, we are all excited to announce our long-awaited move to our new location at 715 Broadway. Previously Blue River Eye Care, which is located one door east of our old location. Just look for Dottie Rose. The same personalized service you expect at our new location back on Broadway. So from Tammy, Jen, and Diana, Alliance Insurance, please give us a call for all your insurance needs. 7-8.
With Lloyd Smith. Nemaha Central, a win for Marysville last week. Still talking about a big upset of top-ranked 2A, Nemaha Central. Marysville comes away with a win for an undefeated start to the season. Off 3 win the season last year. Hiawatha here tonight, trailing Marysville 12-0. North Central Kansas League play opens a week from tonight as Walnego comes in. Then it's homecoming at the end of September. Concordia is in on the 27th. By the way, we'll be part of the United Bank and Trust tailgate party in the city preceding that ball game, and it's alumni night that one as well. Marysville High School alumni is getting more active, and they're going to have a big show at Venue 36 after the game. Road trip down to Abilene opens October. Rock Creek, the recent entry into the NCKL, comes in. Chapman and Clay Center are week 7 and 8, with week 9 to be determined. For the Marysville High School football team, of course, all sports are underway. Junior high football got things rolling. The Marysville cross-country team hosted an invitational to open the season. They are at Walnego for an invitational tomorrow. Volleyball team, they opened with an invitational, and their next action is coming up on Saturday as well. Nemaha Central, girls golf, and girls tennis. And the volleyball coach was our guest tonight on the halftime show, but a little out of rotation. So we'll catch up on that next week. Reminding you, we're on the air, home and away games, on air online and on our mobile app. It's Bulldog Football live on KNDY.
At Reflections, you will find a treasure trove of items and gifts backed by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Shop your Hallmark Gold Crown store for the biggest selection in greeting cards, Christmas ornaments, gift wrap, home decor, and gift ideas for all your celebration and personal needs. In addition, Reflections offers custom framing services and specialized Black Squirrel products, along with your favorite K-State and KU fan gear. Shop Reflections in downtown Marysville today.
When it comes to financing your operation, you want to deal with someone who knows agriculture. Our loan officers are experienced in ag lending. Get your ag loans here.
First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
Ever wonder about the true cost of replacing your home and all its contents? Concerned about liability if someone gets injured on your property? It's time to address these crucial questions. At Blue Valley Insurance, we specialize in home protection. From theft and vandalism to fire and storms, we've got your back. Let's craft a personalized plan tailored to your unique needs. Visit us at Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville.
That was at our broadcast. Kansas Talks on FM 95.5. Kansas State, Bill Snyder in Manhattan. Can have some updates on those.
Yeah, we got KU on top 17-16 over UNLV. UNLV driving. K-State on top of Arizona 14-7. I bet the Wildcats win because it's Wildcats versus Wildcats, Bruce. And Kansas City Royals on top of Pittsburgh 8-1 with 2 more outs left to go in that ballgame. Here's your
around the NCKL. Marysville here leading Hiawatha. Abilene leading Chapman 14-0. Concordia trails Beloit 12-0. Play and tied 14 balls. So across the game,
yeah,
came out of that last week early in the season. You see a lot of blowouts, and I know there were some across the state. There were some here in the region, but I think for a large part, we had 12 contested carries. That sure makes football a lot more fun in my eyes.
Well, when these teams graduate, some really talented seniors come into the next season with these high hopes and these great rankings like Nemaha Central. But when they graduated, the entire offensive line, we had a lot of fans there. They're like, oh, this is a question mark game. We're not sure. We got a whole new line. Well, that's a really important spot in 11-man football. And so there were a lot of things that we thought were going to go one way that ended up going quite the other. And we did not think the Nemaha Central game, we didn't see that as a good game on our schedule. We thought, oh, what a bad scheduling deal. And end up, Marysville comes up on top.
So Hiawatha a year ago, that was a 28-0 score. Hiawatha falls to Royal Valley in their season opener 18-16. Kicking off a Big East league. There's now kind of a reconfiguration. Some went. These two teams, though, have met recently and always matched up pretty well. Michael Dowdard was the coach for several years over told they kind of missing. Mike came back home. He's the Marysville High alum, and he serves on the coaching staff here under Tony Trimble. Tony, of course, came up via Valley Heights, spent a number of years down at Valley Heights, years back, then through Hutchinson on a trip up here to Marysville. He's at the helm for the Bulldogs, leading the Red Hawks here as the team field for the second half. I think we're about set to go. Again, beautiful night for high school football. The sun is set. The Friday night lights are on, and Hiawatha will defend the east goal kicking off. Marysville defending the west goal, leading 12-0.
We've got Brody Lawrence and Nate Shoddy back to receive the kickoff. Leighton Moore for Hiawatha about to send it to the Bulldogs.
We pulled an extra set of eyes in here. Tommy Brenniger joins us.
Right.
So we're all out of tonight. We're in different positions than we're used to being. So maybe we'll be a little more accurate ahead of the play. But there's a lot of rotation tonight, so there's been a lot of.
Yeah, the white jerseys keeping us on our toes by subbing people in and out. The kick is going to be close to going out of bounds, and it does. That's illegal. But it was offside before the kick even started. So it should have been 2 flags on this. But the offside kills the play anyway.
Dozen Marysville penalties in the first half, a couple here and there for Hiawatha. The official. He's going for the 58 here, right? Junior high school. Yeah. Thanks, John.
Yeah. That takes a real character to be able to handle that. Yep. I coach junior high girls basketball, and I have for like 15 years, so I get it.
I am T-ball.
Yeah. Okay, here's your kickoff. To the 30. To the 20. 10. Kickoff return from Nate Shotty coming out of halftime. Down Marysville. No laundry on the field. It's going to be 18-0. Bulldogs on. Yeah, we talked to a few people who transversed through our office here, and they all said this has kind of been a boring game, or it's taking forever. It's hard to believe we're up 12-0. Well, there's some excitement for you. Y'all heard the cannon all over town. Marysville on top 18-0, looking to convert their the 2-point conversion for the first time. They're 0 for 2 so far. Man in motion. Will Lotot's got the ball. And the 2-point conversion, good. 20-0. Marysville.
In your bustling lives, we're constantly on the move from hectic commutes to family outing. Blue Valley Insurance offers comprehensive auto coverage to keep you safe on every journey. Whether you're heading to work or driving your kids to practice, we've got you covered. Visit us at convenient locations in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, or Marysville for personalized auto insurance solution tailored to your needs. Drive with peace of mind, knowing you're protected by Blue Valley Insurance.
18-0. Your Bulldogs lead the Red Hawks. 75-yard kick return. Nate Scotty. You know, Marysville scored just as that second quarter began. Just as the third quarter begins, they're on the board again. Nice start for the second half.
5'11", 160-pound sophomore. You've said that a couple times tonight, Bruce. Always good to see a standout underclassman. Well, there he is. Kid was fast. He is also going to be the kicker here. 20-0. Marysville on top, only 12 seconds has elapsed so far in the second half. So far this season, it's a story of Marysville's defense every way. Here's your kickoff. Filtered at the 15. Ran up to the 20. Great tackle.
Michael, the return man tonight. Not a bad job. That's probably one of his shorter, if not the shortest return for Jensen tonight.
Keller? Nice. Jet Keller in on the tackle. 1st and 10. Tommy signaled to me 22 a ton of times. I'm like, I didn't even know we had a 22. But I did call Jet Keller earlier. He's done a few standout things to get his name called. I didn't recognize the number. 1st and 10. Down 20-0. Marysville's goal is to keep that egg up there. Handoff. First side has been Josh Monaghan. I'm not sure if that is again.
He was Carson Henry. Didn't see him in a Carson. Oh, no, it's Monaghan. Read the number there. Monaghan, those kind of limping off the far side of the field. He's going to be all right. I'm sure he's going to be back. Yeah, for a play or two.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 after the no gain.
Monaghan stretching it out on the far sideline there. Big key for him tonight.
Newell going under center. And in motion. Quarterback keeper. I think he's going to lose yards here, Bruce.
Yeah, he hit the wall right from the line. And my no gain. Which is correct. Hiawatha tonight. I'm kind of thinking about this. Great Bills had their scores, but Hiawatha's really never threatened tonight that I recall.
High school football, you see a lot of breakdown of responsibility, and so there's big plays. That's one thing that I'm really going to credit the Marysville's defense while knocking on some wood. I'm going to credit them from not allowing big plays from either Nemaha Central or Hiawatha.
Central is a big play team. Centrally.
Yeah. Dropping back to pass is Newell. Okay, scramble. He's going to get 7 yards. Really good scramble.
Yeah, that was heads up because he knew he had no opportunity to release the ball. He found an opening and took advantage of it. Mosier finally makes time.
Looks like the punt team might be coming out.
And on fourth down, you don't really have a choice.
Punt for Hiawatha is Connor Kettler. For the ball. Handles it. Not a good punt.
Down around the ankles. He was kind of lucky to grab hold of it, still have time to get it back midfield. It'd be about to set up midfield.
And the only positive thing to say about that for Hiawatha is it's a 10-yard forward. The Marysville 38. Marysville's going to take over 1st and 10. Technically going to be their first offensive possession as the opening kickoff was returned by Nate Shoddy.
Well, you know, a lot of time in the ball that one Intermission never wound up doing anything scoring-wise, and then you get a quick return to open the second half.
3 minutes into the second half, Marysville with the ball. Quarterback keeper. He's past the 40. Give him 4 yards on first. Misdirection usually fools me, but I knew exactly what Will was doing there. They dived to Grant Hafley coming through and followed him.
Without the efforts, Dakota Slupionic, 240 pounds, senior. He's out to Alex Shales out here tonight. He's a lineman starter for Marysville. Their injuries, I don't know that Tony mentioned anything in the conversation.
2nd and 6. Todd under center. Switch it to Nate Shoddy. He's off to the races. High to the second level, to the 30, and he's brought down near the 25-yard line.
Hiawatha lucky they could get up with the speedster, Nate Shoddy. Give it a chance to run, give it a chance to shine.
Third.
For making some nice.
Third. 30-yard gain for Nate Shoddy.
One defender, push him out of bounds. In the end zone for a second time. Second half.
Marysville's been one defender away from running a lot of these loose tonight. You could tell we've been just that close, and then sure enough, Nate Shoddy gets the kickoff return, and then the 30-yarder there. And Bulldog. Hopefully, I think had no road. I kept 28, the 19. Give him 9.
Yeah, Otot was so close to a first down. Great run by Otot there. Marysville really taking command.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Tony said at halftime, but it fired them up. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go until the end of the third quarter.
Look at a little confidence out there right now.
2nd and short. Shifting the line. Nate Shoddy in motion. Will still got it. It's really late. No.
Fine. So on that little well off the turf by his teammate.
I got 12 yards for Cameron Wetter there. I'm not sure what Tommy put it down at, but I usually waited until his dad put one number down and then I changed it on him. So just for old time's sake, I'm going to do it to him. Yeah, perfect. He put 11 down. I gave him 12. Jason always changed it for me. Tommy is going to hold this. All right, 1st and goal, Marysville at the 8. Nate Shoddy. Nate looking to get that edge again. Then moves under a guy into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown in 5 minutes.
He got to work out there, and the only thing he was going to accept at the end was a touchdown. He had the turf under his feet. He would dodge and dart his way between defenders, and he takes it in for another score.
I keep seeing really good blocks out by our far wideouts. I know it was Brody Lawrence earlier. That one might have been Paxton Vogt. I know Keegan Waters has been out there. taking out corners. Really good job getting that edge block. A little confusion here on the extra point because we don't typically kick extra points.
No.
Such a confusion that Nate Shoddy came out and Keegan Waters went in, and I think he blocked no good. Marysville 26, Hiawatha 0. We'll be right back. For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Napa Know. Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
I know. He got in the end zone twice during this 7:06 play in this third quarter. And Marysville opens up a 40-0 lead. Where are the extra points tonight?
Yeah, we were great on them a week ago, and tonight, no good. Kickoff. Really, really well defended. Only gets up to maybe the 23-yard line. Connor Kettler on the return.
The return man was kind of new to that post. Yeah, I can't say that he didn't gain what he could have.
The thing about Connor Kettler for Hiawatha is he's been the spark they need to stay in this game. There was a moment there right before half that I thought he was going to take coverage and march that team down to the other end zone. And right after that, the coach took him out of the game.
Keller on the double D's again.
There you go. Call him again, Jet Keller. I'm not sure. No.
Well, it got on again, but I don't know how. And right now, you're seeing Hiawatha team kind of floundering.
Marysville's defensive line. So you see Ashton Schaefer, Angel Rivera maybe out there. We got Rhett Wurtenberger. They absolutely, the three of them blew up the offensive line, so we couldn't even see the play develop. 12. Number 20 are on the end around. I'll let you get that, Ethan Morton. Thank you. And he then turned up and on for a loss. Gain of 4 here. Yep, Mark Morton. Gain of 4. It was 2nd and 12. Now we're looking at 3rd and 8.
Dottie on the stop for NHS.
Yeah, the Hiawatha, the backfield motion is different than what we've been watching all night. I don't know if they're just trying some new things out or what. Single back, how they've been most of the night. Man in motion. Pitch, the man in motion. Makes the first guy miss. That's shoddy. Ball comes out really late, but they say he was already down. Going to be a gain of a few.
They are putting a lot of new faces in here. It's crazy.
They are.
It is crazy. It's like a revolving door off the Hiawatha sideline.
Brody Lawrence. Kane Milholland to my right here called Brody Lawrence for the tackle. Anybody get a runner there on that play?
No. I did.
16, gotcha. Ren Hageman. Touchdown. Team is out for Hiawatha. They are changing some things up, and they were short-staffed also. Yeah, 2 guys came out. That's
a whistle?
Yeah. Smartly, they take a timeout. Should have been a flag. Bruce, I'm going to let you.
Yeah, let's read
the young kids. And so, attempt for them 20-0. Haven't shown a whole lot of life. So what a great time to get some of these younger classmen. Seniors on this roster. Seniors they do have are the names we've been calling. Braden Newell, Connor Kettler. Those are really the main seniors I see, lined up here. So instead, what they're going to do is they're going to give some of the youngsters some time. I remember a time back in Marysville football when we would be up 60-0 and the younger classmen got to play a lot. And then there was no drop-off when each class graduated.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I didn't think we were performing badly in the first half. Sure. They were scoring, but this is not been a good rhythm.
No, it hasn't. Connor Kettler to kick. Not good punt off the side of his foot. Should be spotted around the Hiawatha 45. Not about 25-yard kick from where he was standing. Yes, Bruce.
Worse than the last punt. He came around his ankle. Yeah. It off. Well, legit. But they kind of wobbled backward as Marysville's going to open with outstanding field position. And right now, if you carry the momentum, defense over to the offensive side, you can start to see them making a blowout here.
What Bruce is saying is the Hiawatha team has imploded from the beginning of this game until the middle of the third quarter. Nate Shoddy scoring 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think they expected that for tonight.
He's a first down play. Something happened wrong. Nate Shoddy maybe pushed early. And there's a flag.
Yeah. Momentum going backwards. I think a shift tumbled.
That's why there was an issue with the play. Somebody shifted incorrectly. The illegal shift would have made it 1st and 15, but because the legal shift allows the play to go on, their coach should elect for that down to count, and it be 2nd and 15 with 5-yard loss for Will Otot.
Yeah, it's going to be something next week.
I agree.
Real night.
Marysville right at midfield. 26-0 over Hiawatha. 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. Scoreboard's been all Marysville, although Hiawatha seemed to be more in it in the first half. Here's your play. 5 up the middle to Hafley. Forward progress is going to give him a gain of 5.
But look out. One of the defenders Hafley, and they took Hafley back past midfield.
Number 8's going to be down here with an injury. Should have had a flag on him for his extracurricular, but
that's not Monahan, and how many times have we had him tonight? He went out earlier with what I think might have been part of a leg cramp, and I'm seeing similar situation here. He's up, he's okay, but he's going off the field for the moment.
Yeah, probably nursing still that same injury.
An early season game. It was warm earlier tonight, so Tommy knows leg cramp.
Yeah.
So we go to that one.
Yeah.
All the way home.
Yeah. Then 3rd and 10 will be the coming down in distance. Hiawatha is huddled up, so is Marysville, although there's really no reason that either of these teams should be right now. Officials realize that also.
Coaching, a lot of coaching. Sure. Might be a little bit of a jamboree when the coaches are out on the field.
Yeah. Tony's been out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 10. Here's your play. Will Otot under center. Nate Shoddy in motion. He's it downfield. He's got him in. He's shoestring at the 2-yard line. 43-yard passing catch.
Nice. He had his right feet going to snap, and this ain't there.
What a great throw. Ball's on the no, it's not. I thought it was. I think that's a touchdown Marysville. I can't tell you who has it, but I can tell you we're in the end zone. No.
Third score here in the second half. Look out. I heard a whistle.
It's time out for an injury. Touchdown will count, 32-0.
So 4 minutes and change, 4:08 left here in this third quarter, as Marysville was up 6-0 at the end of one, 12-0 at the half. They've reeled off 3 scores unanswered in this second half. Oh, my gosh.
Royals come out your victors against Pirates. Royals in the playoff hunt. Right now in a wild card spot. However, winning the AL Central is not off the list. We've got KU on UNLV in a real good game. I wish I had that one on the TV here. KU on top 20-16. K-State heads into halftime. The better Wildcats 14-7 over Arizona.
Picked up on some lead scores here. I think that's halftime. Abilene leading Chapman 28-0 at the half. Play center Southeast Saline tied 14 all at the half. Concordia trailing at Beloit 12-0 at the half. It was 12-0 Marysville here at the half. All of a sudden, look out. We're not even 8 minutes into the second half. 32-0 Marysville on the 2-yard score by Will Otot. Great pass from Otot to Lawrence. Tale of two halves, I think, both ways. I want to say that Hiawatha has stumbled since they've come back since Intermission, and Marysville has really proven to be a big playmaker since that. All right, we're going to try a second EAP here tonight, and Keegan Waters, who trouble on his first attempt.
Yep.
So no points for Marysville along the way tonight. They've missed any 2 points and missed a couple of so it remains Marysville with 4:08 play here in the third quarter. And our broadcast coverage being presented by our regional sports boosters. We appreciate the support of Can Equip in Marysville, your New Holland dealer that handles steel and many other fine lines that Can Equip in Marysville. Sunflower Community Credit Union, serving members, Sunflower Community Credit Union, and Hometown Lumber and Hardware for all of your building supplies, tools, rental equipment, and more. It's Hometown Lumber and Hardware in Marysville and Axler Lumber. Those among our broadcast sponsors, as always, we say thanks to our many TNDY Sports Booster Club members. Couldn't do all the home and away games we do. Not every school has that luxury. Keeping up with Tommy McNish, he's the IT guy here at the high school, and he's doing a video stream here tonight. I think we're on the audio side of that. Still working out some bugs in the early season, but doing our best to bring the game in so many fashions, on air, online, our mobile app, of course. And we'll be Mike's side again next week as Walnego comes to town. Join us. Our pregame coverage begins about 6:30 game nights for 7 o'clock kickoff. Of course, if you can, come on out. I almost hate to say it. With all these schools streaming games, I think they're driving fans from the stands, and there's nothing more special than a great home crowd, especially here at Homer Hampton Stadium.
Couldn't agree more. Love seeing some fans here. Next weekend, we should see some more. Maybe. I may do. The official here on this side said at some point it did finally touch the white line.
Put some for us tonight. Oda was on the books last week.
Yeah, take a tonight.
Great effort there.
Yeah, and also Keegan Waters has been helping, and I know there's been some confusion on who's kicking when, but I'm pretty sure Nate Shoddy's the kickoff. And we're going to have to do this one again, except we're going to have to back up. And yep, it is going to be Shoddy kicking this one.
Some of these kids stepping up. Of course, every year you lose those great seniors, and you say, how are we going to refill some of those shoes? Every year. I've been doing this going on 45 years. Every year there's a class that steps up. Each cars of their own.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of high school football. They can't leave early for the pros. Tommy tried. Well, he's sitting by me. The kickoff. It's short. Lands on the 30. Ran back to the 30. Near field. Don't go right here. Flag on the far sideline. Flag on the far sideline. Come on, Matt.
Totally different look this time in the kick itself. Up 30, and they made some hay out of it coming past midfield, and that's where the flag started flying.
The far side official not happy with whatever happened out of bounds there. I would guess flags on both sides. We'll see what he says. Oh, purple.
Yeah, it should be out there.
Yep.
Hiawatha's obviously got to be frustrated, but it wasn't a nick by them.
Let them get it sorted out. Either way, Marysville's defense is on the field, and it'll stay that way.
Clock's gone into stall mode on it. We got like play in the first half, and then we had a series of confusing situations for intermission, and it took forever. And here as the second half has unfolded, we've had several calls where the officials have had to get together already.
Still sorting it out. Marysville on top 32-0. Kind of an issue tonight against a lesser team. Marysville has only been able to put 1 in, and last week against the better team, we put 2 in.
Something you want to focus on. You're not going to have nights where you're up 5-6 scores. You're going to have situations, especially with Marysville offense, if we will, coming off last year, where sometimes touchdowns were hard to come by. And so that's probably going to be a focus. Make sure you get the opportunity every time given. Still a lot of confusion. They bring the conversation to the coaches on the sideline, and I guess we'll shift gears here for just a minute.
Well, so they just called a few personal fouls, pulled both ways. He signaled that they declined, which I believe means that they just offset. And so whatever happened over on that sideline wasn't very friendly, wasn't a good way to make friends. But either way, it's not going to matter. It's just going to go right where he returned it. I didn't think he got past midfield, but apparently he did. Hiawatha starts first and 10 in Marysville territory, down 32.
How tough mentally on these kids are these longer pauses in the game? You're out there, you're ready to go, you're ready to run. Stop and start. Nature has to be a challenge as well.
It kind of depends which role you have. If you're somebody like Nate Shoddy, who's ran a country mile here this half, this break is probably kind of nice. He's able to rejuvenate
away, but he's in the zone.
Sure.
Move along.
Here we go. First and 5 for Hiawatha.
That's good. We said 4:03 remains here in the third quarter, and 30-3. Scores and updates on all the area games on the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show.
Here's your first and 5 play for Hiawatha. New quarterback, hands off to Monaghan.
Monaghan's had leg cramps a couple of times tonight, and too far back, both in the second half.
Ethan Morton, Jr., is the quarterback now. 2-yard gain by Monaghan. 2nd and 3, or 2, right in there. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Marysville on top, 32-0. Here's your second down and short play. Gains goes from the 38 all the way to the 28. 10-yard gain for Alex Pyle.
Hey, I don't senior haven't seen much of anything of Alex Pyle tonight. Turned out on the books there in a big way.
Marysville Hiawatha inside the Marysville 30. He got down here a little bit earlier and turned the ball down. Marysville brings it to that defensive lineman. Yeah, hand off to Monaghan. Monaghan gets in at the line of scrimmage and generous, I guarantee it.
Monaghan, and they tackled any opportunity.
Clock does keep moving when the officials allow it to. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Second and 9.
They really got to generate something here soon. I mean, just to get momentum on their side. They want to be for at all times.
Hiawatha looking to get that 0 off the scoreboard. Quick pitch to an end around. He's got some running room. Gets to the second level. Lowers his shoulder. Gets brought inside the 20. 1 yard beyond the first down. I think it was 2nd and 8. It was 2nd and 9, so give him 10 yards.
A couple of wides to the near side. I don't. Ethan Morton has even thrown a pass tonight. He stepped in the second half. Braden Newell did have some passes. Did have some nice first half.
Eli Sologic called for the tackle there. Here's your next play for Hiawatha. The handoff our direction. Alex Pyle, the running back, give him 2.
Again, a newer face in our lineup tonight for Hiawatha. Trying to make a little noise down here in the red zone for I think first time.
Yeah, like I said, they did get, and it was on this same side of the field. They got down pretty far, but they turned the ball over on down. Here's your 2nd and 8 play. Hiawatha looking to score for the first time. Morton under center. Hands off. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think they even gave him a yard. If you want to put him down for 3 inches, you may, Tommy. I don't even know at it. Kane next to us is trying to figure it out also. So he just...
tag him in.
Yep. Ren Hageman. Third down. Might be the last play here of the quarter. And in motion. Morton pitches it on. He's put in the backfield. -1.
So really good read. They were starting to see him more and more in that running role, and not in Bulldog territory, but facing fourth here.
Marysville takes out big linebacker, brings in a safety for a 4th and long.
20 seconds on the play clock and just over 20 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I can't. My eyes won't. I mean, those times are so close. I don't think they have to run a play. I think they're going to. 5, 4, 3. No, they're not. They're not going to get left either way. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. No,
We're so close to our right. Scoreboard is way off to our left. You've got 130 yards between them, and we were doing that little back and forth thing.
Yeah.
Like walking.
And now the officials are doing the same thing.
Fraction of a second on the scoreboard.
So by rule, they need to put 0.1 seconds back up to run a third quarter play.
52. We're going to the end of a third. Broadcast on him and auto for some great used cars and trucks. So on him and auto for your next vehicle experience. They, of course, offer service after every sale. Kramer Oil, they're delivering propane for the full winter months ahead. Be here before you know it. They deliver fuel as propane now with a single call to Kramer Oil in Marysville and Bruna Implement, your 8x8 dealers. 5 years of business, serving you with locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Cutter, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Well, 12 minutes of football left, I guess. We're not calling basketball hardwoods yet. We'll remind you, our TGY Sports Club members bring you free and exciting moments home and away. We're back at home for a couple of more weeks. Kind of an interesting schedule. Been on the road this year, but then 3 back-to-backs at home. I don't know how much a coach will keep of that home field advantage. It's always something to look forward to playing here in this beautiful.
Kansas teams both in one-score games. UNLV was threatening to score. And don't think they did. So you can be found on KNDY 95.5. 4th and 8 in Hiawatha. 5 up the middle. He needs 8 yards. I think he only got 6.
He's short. Short by at least a couple of yards. Monaghan's been the workhorse tonight for this Hiawatha team, even with the change of quarterbacks here in the second half. They're using Monaghan when they can. Couldn't get it done there. It's going to be Bulldog. They'll start deep in their own territory if they have to.
Oh, nice. Got some new numbers out here. See, Bo Bussman. I hear JT. We're going to do our here. This is always when it gets really tough. I believe that's Bo Bussman. Signal calling. He is a sophomore. Couple new numbers. We've got Jacob Meyer. That maybe Gavin Gibbs.
All right. And this is where Jason was so good, too, because he knew him. He coached him in junior.
Yeah. Marysville play. I'm not sure if Bo ever got rid of it. I think the play went backwards.
Hardly a tough one, though. You're having to come in, obviously, with jitters and that's not enthusiasm at the same time. But from the field position, like a challenge.
I see an Andrew Faith runs out there. He's a wide out to our side. Bo under center. Man in motion. Quick pitch to the man in motion. Tries to get the edge, doesn't quite get it. He's going to be brought down by a whole bunch of Hiawatha guys.
Yeah, that was a pretty good effort over here on the near side.
JP Becker on the run.
I like.
Yeah.
Again, working from field position, he was.
Nate Shoddy comes out, as does Gavin Gibbs. And going out onto the field is Jacob Meyer.
I like how you're getting some of these kids' names. It means a whole lot.
Absolutely.
It means a whole lot to these kids. This early season experience out here.
I see Braden Boyce there on the line, as well as Gavin Vogelsberg. Upperclassmen watching anxiously. We've got an end around with Hayden Hissing, but he unfortunately is going to go for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, Hayden caught the pitch. The defenders were right there working on him.
And the punt team will come out, and they will not deviate from the varsity punt team. When it comes to a punting situation, you got to bring out the original crew. Also out there was Sam Meyer. I tried to get as many of them as I could.
Great. Absolutely. Throw down a challenge.
Pretty tough situation to punt, but great punt out of it. From 10 yards deep in the end zone, he picked. The return only goes for a couple of yards by Carson Henry.
Yeah, to get a good punt off from the end zone, that didn't turn out too bad. Henry's going to ball at the 39-yard line, still give Hiawatha their field position. But, starting with a possession deep and all facing the field, and then to get that ball out there. Well,
Alex Shale, was on our injury report that he wasn't playing. He is still punting tonight. We didn't know because that was the first time we punted. But Alex Shale did go out to punt.
Tonight, first punt situation. Cut out here tonight. Let's talk about defense. Gave us a score last week, 8-4 so far. We've got 7 quarters in the books.
Here goes some JVers out on our defense. We got Corbin Beckner gets out there. I see Paxton Vogt. JT Becker as the corner on this side. see how they handle this Hiawatha varsity, and the change of the they're jumping side, and you can't blame one guy. It was all three of them. It was Corbin Becker, Braden Preuss, and Gavin Vogelsberg all jumping up.
Hiawatha showed a lot of substitutions. Tony Trimble's showing a lot of new faces, almost wholesale substitutions in the fourth quarter on a 32-0 lead.
Yeah, Hiawatha subs were a little different. I think they were just looking for somebody to bring them something. Here's a handoff up the middle. This is a JV game now. These are completely new numbers for Hiawatha.
All carriers and the tacklers, but it's going to be a challenge.
Yep, that's Brenner Lowe on the run.
Brenner Lowe is a freshman, underclassman on this roster here.
He's a large freshman.
I'm doing a count here, only 8 seniors on this Hiawatha roster, and a number of those are not among starters.
32-point game, Marysville on top of Hiawatha. 32-0. This is Lowe again.
Bounced off one, then he kept coming this direction, bounced off another. They just kept pushing it their way. Brenner Lowe.
Brenner Lowe's got a future. I'll tell you what, he can run the ball. And in fact, if he keeps working as hard as he does in the extracurricular minutes, he's going to get some varsity time.
Top of the freshman Sam Meyer.
Nice. Yeah, good.
Many names in as we
absolutely.
Clock is rolling, but we got a lot of time. I
see all 3 minutes out there. Oh, ball on the ground, but Hiawatha gets right back on it. That's Leighton Moore. I believe he's the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, he'll be the third QB in the game for the Red Hawks tonight. Takeaways. I'm working first-year coach. I'm just still scratching my head with a team that showed some things in the first half, weren't able to score.
And then just come apart in the third quarter, didn't they, Bruce? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Good pitch. End around.
And Yang is a freshman going in motion. He goes to the far side. I mean, they're just kind of pulling straws out of that.
You saw Braden Preuss on the tackle. A couple other.
Oh, there
yeah, Sparta said 28, but I don't think that's right. I have Hank shaking his head over there. He said, this time, win the job. 3rd and 10. Down a few dozen. They touch it. He's brought down.
Over here to Sean.
It was. Yeah.
Sean Jeffrey.
Yeah.
You won't know because there were no results out of it.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. K-State scores 21-7. I see Bo Buxman out here. I called his name at quarterback. I see Grady Capp. A lot of young jerseys out there. Ty Hager, the far corner. Pass. Oh, as he throws it and he completes it. What a great composure out of number 10. Let's see, Leighton Moore. I said his name earlier. Leighton Moore for Hiawatha. He had this composure and threw that ball, and he smacked by a Marysville defender and was completed. I have short line the game. Turnover on downs, first time baseball.
Players you have.
Yeah.
Stories.
Absolutely.
So they knew they probably weren't going to convert.
I like the play out of him, yeah. 1st and 10 Marysville. Dive up the middle, stopped right away.
Middle to those younger defenders some credit. They read it well. No gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So Marysville took possession. Hiawatha fumble, second play from scrimmage. Scored with a little over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Otat to Keegan Waters. Marysville scored again opening second quarter. Grant Hafley, 21-yard effort. Scored just into the second half. Return for Nate Shoddy, 75 yards. 8-yard carry for Nate Shoddy in the third. And Otat 2 yards out. About 4 minutes to play in the third.
Looks like a dive up the middle again. Hard to tell in that pile who had the ball. Maybe it was Bo. Oh, he said it was a
ball came loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to recover.
Bo gets up with it. I showed the Marysville's gained 2 yards here on this possession. So
at least we're getting some momentum. Period late in the first half. In fact, began to carry over where we were just waiting for the clock to get in. Now,
Harper standing here on the far side. I also saw Wes Breeding go in. Here's your 3rd and 8 play. Dive at the middle. He's going to be close to a first down. Second effort, the first effort, he was close to it. Second effort gets him well past it.
Still carrying some defenders along.
Unfortunately, I can't tell who ran. Sam Caller's called. He's ran the ball a couple times.
Yeah, you really start to rely on the spotter here, don't you?
Yep. They have binoculars over there.
We need all the extra.
Yeah. Well, Jackson Snowsley go out, so a lot of players who were eligible made it out. I believe Bo kept this one. He's going to gain a yard. Bo Busman, a talented athlete in multiple sports. A few other guys coming out here. I see Grady Schradel. Bo Busman comes out. So new quarterback in. That might be Grady. It is. And in motion. Grady hands it off up the middle. He runs for a pretty big gain.
Yeah, that's going to be a big pickup. Almost got the new field. They're going to spot that ball at the Bulldog 48. Dan Keller there.
32-0. Marysville is going to go into the books winning this game. I'm not sure that that'll be the final score, but I'm pretty confident.
Number 2 in it. For a team that went to a 3-win season, be a great way to start out. Yeah, I think the big boys come down in Wamego as the open play next week.
That's going to be an interesting one. Schradel, quarterback keeper. Off the edge, gains a few yards.
The red off territory.
The UNLV Rebels take their first lead over on a primary station 95.5. I don't know if I'm supposed to call it your primary, Bruce, but I think of it that way. Okay.
Broadcast.
Okay.
All right.
So over on 95.5, you got a heck of a game with a minute 51 to go in the fourth quarter. First lead change of the game.
I hate college teams have taken these Friday nights so away.
Yep, I agree. I agree. And they put both Kansas teams on the schedule. Here we got a great run for Marysville up to the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Marysville. That's J.T. Becker. 59-yard run.
The youngsters really make noise and a big thing to a 32-0 lead. Hey,
well, like I said, I'm pretty confident to win the game.
Second score for the Bulldogs, who led 12. Intermission.
Marysville has been trying to put in an extra point team. It hasn't gone well tonight, but it's something that you can practice. They keep forgetting to bring a tee out. Uh-oh.
That wasn't pretty.
One. He gets snap. Not sure why the whistles blow this dead.
Well, it's pretty early again. Close.
It was close. Usually you wait till you see zero and you throw the flag. Well, they never flag.
Yeah, the PAT game needs.
Yeah, they got some things to work on. Through attempt. Shoddy, I believe, missed it to the far side. Had enough that time, but it is no good. 38-0.
In the lead. 3.4 remains here in the ball game tonight. Broadcast coverage. United Bank and Trust. Looking for your way of life. Of course, multiple locations, including their headquarters here in Marysville. United Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Liz Manley, Edward Jones in Marysville for financial planning and answers to your financial needs. It is Edward Jones in Marysville. Glad to have you with us on a Friday night under the light. What are we going to do tonight? College Jackson came a little bit different, at least for those of us who normally monitor if a KU or a K-State game is on the radio. We will be back with our Coach's Corner program. Talk to Tony Trimble next week on our Coach's Corner Friday night. Here's about 5:30. Had some fine comments after the knockoff of Nema Hall Central last week. Marysville scored twice, held Central to a single touchdown, and they knocked off the then number one ranked 2A team. I didn't rankings. I assume they had a little trouble there at the league. So Marysville off to a fine way around it.
Sorry, they fell all the way off. Well, when I saw it today, the team off Central found their way. No respect for Marysville.
Preseason rankings, what are they? They're finished where last year? 9 times out of 10.
Right.
Those teams in weeks 2 and 3.
Right. Well, yeah, I mentioned that earlier. You know, you have these seniors that graduate, so you try to speculate how good this team going to be. But when you lose an entire offensive line, that's really difficult to replace. You really new offensive line. Here's your kickoff. JV kicker, Harper Sandman, beat it at the 25, ran back to the 35, 45. Horse tackle brought down. We'll see if it brings a pick or not, but right near midfield.
He ran ball carrier. He returned. I'm told wrong. Michael Jensen's in there a lot tonight. Yeah, he really got after it.
First down, Hiawatha, still at 0, 38-0. They have marched into the red zone multiple times, I think 2. That's multiple times. Twice tonight, and have stalled out, turnover on downs. And then after that, their wheels absolutely just fell off.
Multiple times. Really promising.
I know. Well, that's why I felt the need to correct it. That multiple times sounds promising. It really wasn't that much. 38-0 Bulldogs. Dive up the middle. That fullback, number, let's see here, Brenner Lowe. I already forgot his name, but we're going to be calling his name a lot here in a couple of years. He took the ball right out of the quarterback.
Well, I think you're doing what you should try to find the positives and otherwise not positive night.
Right.
The Red Hawks, they certainly got some throwing as the season goes along. I thought they came out of the blocks okay tonight, but it certainly hasn't gone the direction they hoped.
Landon Prawley, the cornerback here on this side, dive up the middle. Brenner Lowe. I see some new numbers. All kinds of new guys getting into this game. I love to see it. Sam Taylor just came out from the defensive side. Rangeworth just came out. I see Bo Buckman playing safety. Andrew Faith is out there. Third and short. You sure they gave the ball to Lowe again? I would if I was their coach. Close. I don't have
that, Alex.
I'm not sure. No, it's not.
I've got
no.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sending kids in that aren't even on.
Yeah, they're not even on our roster. I love it. Great sign. Get these guys some experience.
His fourth quarter on, it wasn't undecided.
Yeah.
Well, he was decided.
Yeah.
But he's given him a lot of time on the field.
First down, Hiawatha. Clayton Moore under center. Was going to pitch, but decided to keep it. Reverse his field. Probably had a chance to turn that into 1 or 2 yards, but kept running sideways and ends up losing yards.
Yeah, if he'd just where his first hit, he'd have been in better shape.
You're right.
Pushing him back, pushing him.
If we've managed to keep you here, there's a minute. 38-0. The freshman crew will get to run a couple plays. Thanks
for listening.
My mom was probably listening. She probably fell asleep, though. If you're still here, Mom, hi. 2nd and 10. Marysville hops offsides. We can't even call him for the boo-boo because he's not on my roster.
Here's something, though, with all the player rotation, all of the underclassmen and younger players out there, penalties away. Number.
Not as bad as we had earlier.
Yeah. That became contact because a long way.
Yep. 3-5 yards now. 2nd down. Dive with Lowe, the freshman. Biggest guy out on the field at the moment. Gets a few more yards. Will be his last play of the game. Coach over there is probably going to let these guys head into the locker room and think they can play their game on Monday because that's their night.
Scores with the other league broadcasters, and I just happened to pull my phone here, and here's my text.
Yeah, this one
we're skipping away.
This one did get away. We've got Marysville on top, 38-0 over the Hiawatha. So, what do you got, Bruce?
Well, a good Marysville team. Really something to say. Big time game last week and performance here tonight. I mean, I will say Hiawatha was not the level Marysville was, but consistently out there on defense. Offense making the big plays tonight. We probably had more big plays tonight last week, notably in the second half. 1, 2, 3, 4 scores after halftime when Marysville led 12-0 at the intermission. And lots of new faces in.
Always great to see that. You said lots of big plays. The highlight of all those, number 10, Nate Shoddy. Just a 2-score game. Nate Shoddy comes out, runs a 75-yard kickoff return back for a touchdown, and just 4.5 minutes later scores again on a big play.
Yeah, he was a big playmaker in that second half among many big playmakers for the Red and Black here tonight. Defense has given up 1 touchdown, 8 quarters of action, full game. How's that?
Beautiful.
Really, were no significant threats for Hiawatha tonight. Got deep a couple times, but that's all the closer they would get to the end zone. All right, they fumbled from the second place. Marysville takes the mandate, scoring with 4:16 play in the opening cue. Willow Top, a 17-yard touchdown pass to Ethan Waters for the 0-0 lead. Never had an extra point all night. Score on the board, just underway in the second quarter. Grant Hafley 21 yards out, and they took that 12-0 lead to intermission. Scored coming into the second 75-yard kick return for Nate Scotty. Nate Scotty again, 8 yards out with over 7 minutes to play in the third. And their final third quarter score was Willow Cox, 2 yards out with 4:08 remaining. Final score was reserved Jake Keith after a 49-yard touchdown run. 3:24 left in the ball game for a 38-0 Marysville rout in their home opener here tonight. Back home, what Central Kansas League play? Wamego comes in tomorrow night Concordia for homecoming the week following. It's a 3-game homestand. Brian Croft and Tommy Brenniger will have the call live next week here on TNDY and heading into Twin